Welcome to Knit Mania, episode 13. That is my lucky number. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I do. My birthday is on the 13th of October. My husband's birthday is on the 13th of March. And yeah, we've just always considered it to be one of our lucky numbers. And we just had a Friday the 13th. So yeah. I have been procrastinating a little bit as far as recording, and that's just because I've been feeling really disorganized in my crafting in general, my knitting in particular, and so I've kind of not been feeling like I want to share that with everybody. But I decided to press forward, and so I'm going to go ahead. This might be a little shorter than normal. I don't know. We'll see. Even though my crafting has been going so-so, life has been kind of exciting, and so I might be sharing a little bit more about that. So actually, this isn't quite finished, but close enough. It's a Hexy Puff, but it's a tiny little baby, maybe toddler Hexy Puff. So let's see. I'm going to go get, hold on one second. Okay, I wanted to get a regular Hexy Puff so you could see the difference. So here's the baby. Here's its big sister. So this actually wasn't a mistake, even though you might think it was. But I have these, they're called Addy Flexi Flips. Here's one that's not actually on yarn. Okay, and so I bought these to try to do with socks, and I haven't gotten to that because, you know, broken shoulder syndrome. But I've been doing the Hexy Puffs on DPN, double pointed needles, and I've just never felt completely comfortable with the double pointed needles. So I decided, hey, I have these, let's try these, let's see how it feels doing on a Hexy Puff. And it was fabulous. And I don't know if you can see, but the workmanship on this is really nice, and that's even with the smaller needles. So these are size 1 needles, and what I usually do the Hexy Puffs in are size 4. So hence a pretty big difference in size. And that's why I haven't stuffed this one, because I haven't figured out what I want to do with it. I think it's going to be just a little Christmas ornament. That works for me. And then I have, I loved working with these so much more than the DPNs that I ordered size 4 in these today, but they're not coming for a couple of weeks. So I probably will not have a Hexy Puff next week when I record, because I loved doing it so much more. It was so much more enjoyable, and I feel like it was so much neater and went so much faster that there's just no reason for me to do it on anything other than these. So that's my plan going forward. I'm super excited about it. It was so much more enjoyable. So I love, love, love the looks of these, and the fact that they don't take that long, and the look of the finished quilt is amazing. But the actual process of knitting these on DPNs has definitely not been my favorite. So that's changing the whole ball game. Sorry, I'm gonna take a little drink of water. This is my vibe. This is 100% my vibe. So if you ever meet me, know I have a hippie vibe for sure. Okay, I'm going to have to pause it again. 1 second. So it is warm in here. So I'm probably not going to be recording as long as I might want to. We'll see. So let's go to my next project. And it is socks. I did finish one. So if you've been watching my episodes, you know that I broke my shoulder, and I had so many plans for the summer. summer sock camp, and I had about 6 different socks that I had planned out. I had project bags, I had yarn, I had patterns, and then like June 3rd. So summer sock camp started June 1st, and I broke my shoulder June 3rd. So I had 3 days of knitting, and then like 8 weeks of intense pain and pain medication. I did knit through most of that, but I did not knit well, okay? So I showed my broken shoulder socks last week. And so this week I'm showing my I was on meds socks. And so here's the first one. So, okay, the yarn is Cozy Knitter. Okay, this has nothing to do with her. Like, her yarn is fabulous. It's gorgeous. Look at this. I can't wait to knit this. Okay, so it comes in like, you know, a 70-gram skein and like a 20-gram skein. Okay, so the intent is that you do the heels, the toe, and the cuff in this color, and the rest in this color. Makes sense. Lots of sock sets comes like that. Can't come like that. Sorry, can't talk either, evidently. So, what did I do? Forgot to do the cuff in the gray. Forgot to do the heel in the gray. Remember, these are called I'm on med socks. So then I remembered and I went, oh shoot, I'm definitely not gonna have enough of this self-striping gorgeous yarn to do 2 socks. So I just did a whole bunch in gray. Yeah, so this is 20 rows of the cuff, knit 1, purl 1, 20 rows of leg, and then, you know, your normal heel flap gusset, and then your, you know, really strange long toe. So I have started the second sock. I'm almost done with the cuff. I think I have 16 rows. I have like 4 rows left of the cuff. And my plan is just to knit until I'm out. Might be that I get the whole sock done. I don't think so. But so they're not gonna match, obviously, and they're gonna look funky, and I don't care. Again, they have a history. My history, I'll remember them, and they're on Ravelry. Like, obviously you're not gonna wanna make those, but if you wanted to look at the yarn, the colorway, I did them with the 2 16-inch circulars. They are on Ravelry as my I'm on med socks. Yes, so that's on those. They're in the project bag, the summer sock camp, beautiful bag by So Crafty. No, yeah, So SEW Crafty, So Crazy Crafter. There we go. It's getting dark in here too, so along with everything else, I'm having a hard time reading. So I had the great idea. Like, I was just feeling a little defeated with the projects that I have, you know, because as you can see, there have been challenges and disappointments. And so I was like, you know what? Everything that I've been doing has been kind of complicated or on really little needles. So I'm like, I want a really quick knit. And so, and I started it last week, and I was like, I want a really quick knit that I can knit in a week. Sorry about that. Knit in a week and then maybe use. I was going somewhere really, really special, which I will talk about when we talk about life. And I thought that maybe I could get this done. I was very wrong, but I did start the lightweight Hipster scarf. Let me see if I can, by Joji Locatelli, which I love her and her designs. I've been wanting to make something in purse for a while. And I was just going along. I was doing well. And then I got to the textured part, which I just didn't look at really carefully when I was looking at the pattern. It just looked like a really quick, fun pattern. And it is, okay, it looks messier than it is. But basically what you're doing is you do like 6 yarn overs. This is not showing well. You do 6 yarn overs and then you have to drop all the yarn overs on this texture part and you cross them over. You can kind of see there how you cross them over. So it completely confounded me when I first started it. I had to go to my local yarn store, Hands On Knitting, and Barbara helped me there. She was wonderful. This yarn is fabulous. It's by Alexandra. She is up north. It's Alexandra, the Art of Yarn. And this colorway is called Cal Fire. And it's 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 10% tencel. And it's a lovely yarn to work with. I just thought that it would, you know, like be neutral, but still be interesting, which I agree with. And so although it's not nearly as fast as I thought it was gonna be, I'm still persevering and I'm still excited about it. And yeah, that's my newest cast on and whip. And then the other thing that I've been working on this past week is my jelly roll blanket. I just have it in a little backpack that I got, I think from Target. No, I got it from JCPenney. It was on like a clearance and I thought it was cute. So here's my jelly roll blanket. And as you can see, I'm on my 3rd colorway right now. And I just have a whole bunch of little scraps that I got from Lucy. Oh, isn't this one pretty? She is This Nanny Knits on Instagram and YouTube. And she's not a grandma. She's a young, beautiful woman who nannies, I think, 2 children. Yeah. She's a nanny, not a granny, but a nanny. Anyway, okay, so those are the 3 things that I've been working on. And because I was feeling, I guess overwhelmed would be the best way to describe it with all of the different whips that I have, I decided I really wanted to focus on a few things and start getting them off the needles. So that's why I worked a lot this weekend. Actually, this week I did this whole amount plus the almost the whole cuff, and I'm going to work on that more today. So I'm really going to be working hard on that, getting those off my needles, and just kind of systematically doing that, picking one project and really trying to get it off the needles so that I feel less overwhelmed. You know, I always want to start new things. It's so exciting. And, you know, when I get new yarn, of course I want to cast on with that yarn, but it's gotten to the point now where I'm feeling uncomfortable. So time to start really finishing things. You guys hold me accountable, okay? Sometimes it's hard. Okay, I want to talk about some mail. I don't think I got any yarn. Isn't that shocking? This week. But I did get a couple of things. I know it's only August, but I'm starting to think about Halloween. I love Halloween. A lot of people in my family don't. We're Christians. And, you know, I know a lot of Christians just kind of really look down on Halloween, including a lot of people in my family. But I think that there's bad things associated with Halloween, but I think there's really fun things associated with Halloween as well. And so I choose to enjoy the things that I enjoy about Halloween. So one of the things I enjoy is Nightmare Before Christmas. And I got this, look at, isn't this beautiful? So this is by Twinkle and Twilight. And I am just so impressed with the craftsmanship. Look at the Jack Skellton zipper tab. And then, oh, I just zipped it shut. It's got a handle. It's like nice and quilted. When you open it, it's got, it's black, but then it has, look at, it has this little pocket right here, which I've never seen. Isn't that cute that you could, you know, put your needles in? And then on the other side, let's see, how can I, let's see. On the other side, it's got pockets as well. So super well made. I thought it was very reasonable for the quality that it was. And so I'm definitely going to have to be doing something for Halloween, probably socks, and using this as my project bag. I'm very excited about it. And then the other thing, I went a little crazy with these little project keepers. These are by, oh goodness, I have it down here. Let's see. Simply Serving, which is Lindsay. And I don't remember who I saw on Instagram that had this. It's a pet rock. Can you see it? Yeah. And it just struck me as the cutest thing I have seen in a while. So, of course, I had to go to her Etsy shop, and I was looking at that. I was also, you know, in my Halloween mode, so I had to get this little star cat with a little pumpkin. How cute is that? There we go. And then, I don't even like sweets, but this thing is the cutest thing. Look at this. Triple layer cake with a blackberry on top. Oh my goodness. So I could not recommend these more highly. Really, it doesn't do them justice, the camera that I have. They're shiny. They're, the cake is sparkly. Can you see? Not really. Maybe a little bit. Ah, they're just so beautiful. So go over to her Etsy shop. I will link it down below in the description. Simply Serving is her Etsy. So that's all I have for mail. At the beginning of the month is when I have a ton, and then, you know, in the middle and end, I have a lot less. I am trying also to buy less because I definitely cannot knit as fast as I've been buying. So, as far as life, I have to talk about what I did this week because it is a bucket list item for sure for me. I went to the Magic Castle. So if you don't know what the Magic Castle is, it is an actual castle in Hollywood. It's a private membership for magicians, or I guess just rich people, but it is based on magic. It's everything about the Magic Castle is about magic. And I'm sure I've mentioned before, although I haven't talked about it that much, but I happen to be a manager for an amazing magician named Danny Ray. And he has performed at the Magic Castle, I don't know, I think about 9 years at least. He didn't last year because of course they were closed, but he did this year. He performed for a week, so August 16th through the 22nd, and I went August 19th. So like I said, it has been a bucket list item for me for oh gosh, I wanted to go for probably 15, 20 years. And so when I started working for him and I found out that he like performed there, it was really exciting. So me and my husband and my daughter and her husband all convened in Hollywood, and we ate there. They're so old school, like think 70s, I'm gonna say. Like the things that they have on their menu are things like beef Wellington and airline chicken, which is like a certain cut, I guess. And then like the cocktails they have are like old fashioned and whiskey sours. And so really, really old school. And they've been, the Magic Castle has been around since 1963, I think, 63, 68, anyway, in the 60s. And in some ways, I feel like it hasn't changed. Like it's all red velvet and just as old school as you can go. Men have to wear coat and ties. Women have to wear cocktail dresses. I actually wore like a long dress. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm under Knit Mania Mom. You'll see a picture of my husband and I have to say, we look about as good as we ever do. I felt like we looked not bad. Yeah. Anyway, it truly was a magical evening. That sounds cheesy, but it's so fun because there's 4 different rooms. It's like the palace, the parlor. I forget the other names of the rooms, but each room has performers like that do about a 20-minute, show. So we saw 3, and Danny Ray was one of them. And I know you're going to say I'm biased, but his was the best. And it was one of the best evenings I've ever had in my life. So that was the Magic Castle. I have been reading a bit. So one of the things that I just finished reading was Arsenic and Adobo. Sorry. It was fun. It's about a Filipina girl. Is that right? Filipino? I don't know. And as you can guess by the title, like there was a death, and so it's a mystery and a cooking mystery. So I love to cook. So yeah, it was fun. It was like, I'm going to say a beach read. And actually I did read it on the beach. So that was fun. We've been going to the beach quite a bit. And so I think I read this in Huntington, but it might've been in Laguna. Maybe both. And then I'm also reading on my iPad I read Dire Consequences. So that's the Maggie Shefton series that's on knitting and murders. So I don't know, my whole life I've never been into any of these like serial cooking / murder, knitting / murder kind of books. Honestly, I've always thought they were kind of cheesy. But for whatever reason, when COVID hit, my I guess it was more like when the stay-at-home order hit, and going forward, my taste in books has changed. And I still read, like modern literature. I try to, kind of alternate, but I really have found that I want things that are just lighter, and I'm not nearly as critical of the writing style as I used to be. So there's that. The last thing I wanted to talk about is Advents. I'm so excited. I am getting one Halloween Advent, which will be my first Advent in my whole life. I think it's called 13 Screams of Halloween, and it's by Legacy Fiber Arts, and it's in the mail. So I might be able to share it the next time I record, I'm hoping. And then I might have already mentioned this in another episode, but I kind of went crazy for Christmas, and I have 3 or 4 that are coming for Christmas. So can't wait. Already ready for summer to be over, for fall to be here. That's another reason why I'm trying to get things off of my needles, because you know, I want to be able to start thinking about maybe doing a cardigan or something, but I digress. Got to get them off the needles first. So if you're still watching, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, then please on YouTube, subscribe, hit that little bell that's the notification. If you put down a comment, I will read it. I will reply. I love hearing what you like, and you know, if you want to hear more of something, let me know. If you want to hear less of something, let me know. I think I'll probably be talking about a cookbook or 2 next week, and I think that is it. So I am just hoping that you have a wonderful week and stay safe. Bye.